This video is going to be mainly for old curmudgeons. That means old guys and girls like me, maybe over 70 years old. And the title is The Secret Benefits of Old Age. This may be a very short video because there aren't a heck of a lot of benefits to getting old. The first one I'll mention is that you get a lot of respect. When you're old, you get a lot of respect in Asia. So when I'm with my Filipino thousands of relatives that I married into, or my Korean friends, who one of them is a missionary, so I know a few Koreans. But when I am at any family gathering or church or anything like that, I get a lot of respect. The kids, they kind of put their hand like this, and give you, I guess that's called a sign of respect. But that's one of the few benefits you get when you're old in Asia. When you're in the USA, you're a XXX burden, a burden. Your relatives want your money, your property, and they want to put you in an old age home. Now, that isn't obviously, not everybody respects you in Asia, and not everybody wants to get rid of you in America, but that's the general rule. But now I'm going to tell you some secret benefits that you don't know about until you hit, I think it's in most countries, 62 to 65 years old. And here's one. You get discounts. Now, that's in the Philippines and in Panama. You get 20 to 30% off everything: airplane tickets, meals, hotels, whatever. In the USA, not much of anything that I know of. In France, you don't get anything. But in the UK, hey, you can ride public buses for free, and subways and public transport. So that's not so bad. Okay, another benefit is in most places, there's a big sign on elevators and escalators, and even sometimes on buses and stuff: priority for the elderly. And you'll see a picture of uh, somebody in a wheelchair. It'll be a cartoon, or holding a stick, or pregnant, and those people get priority. And when I was in Argentina, I was so surprised when middle-aged women, I'm saying 50 years old, would get up in a bus and give me their seat. They would insist, "Sit down here, Grandpa." And by the way, that's why I got my name, because people used to call me Grandpa without any coaching, even though I am a grandpa, a great grandpa, as a matter of fact. Okay, now here is one I just experienced, which is really, well, it's the best. And so that isn't saying too much. But when you're old and you can't walk too well, and you need a wheelchair, like in many airports, it's you got to go a mile or two to get from the entrance of the airport to the plane, and so I can't walk that far with any degree of comfort. So I request what they call special assistance, because they give you that free in almost every airport. Which basically, a guy comes with a wheelchair, and when it's all over, I usually give him a little tip. But here comes the good part. You get in the wheelchair, and if you have to go through customs, oh boy, do you go fast. You get wheeled into a special elevator. You don't have to go up and down stairs. And there's a special uh, immigration guy who just services the elderly, the lame like me, pregnant women, and so forth. And you go through, and I must say, on this trip coming back from Manila, I must have saved 1 hour of standing up and waiting in line, because I'm an elderly, partially disabled chap. I don't look too disabled, but I just really can't go up and down stairs or walk long distances. Now, I could make a whole another video about the negatives of being old. And I'm going to do that next. But here's what they don't tell you. Your knees give out. Your ears give out. You lose hearing. I'm losing it in one ear, and so my sense of direction of sound is completely gone. If I hear a sound, I can't tell where it's coming from anymore. 80% of all men have prostate trouble. That means they can't pee without a little pain, or maybe they can't even pee at all. Then, of course, there's the one everybody knows, mental facility. Well, I have lost my short-term memory. I can't even remember what I had lunch today. But my long-term memory is really coming back. I'm remembering conversations and events from kindergarten and first grade and stuff like that. But I'm going to make a separate video on the negative parts of getting old, and how I cured a lot of the problems. Oh, by the way, one good thing is your eyes may get better. All my life, since I've been a teenager or even before, I was nearsighted. So I could read fine print very well, but I couldn't get in a car and see a stop sign. Guess what? When I hit about 78, my eyesight got to the point where I could still read. Not the super fine print I used to be able to read, but my distance vision became 20/20. Can you believe that? Well, okay, so that was one of the good things. Now, as I said, for the old guys and old ladies who want to know how to cope with all the bad things physically that happen to you when you get old, well, I'm going to make another video, maybe even right now, about that. And with that, I'm going to say, Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.